And welcome in, everybody, to the Double Post. Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, 92.9 FM ESPN on your radio dial. If you want to call, get in touch with the show, you can go to the Grind City Media YouTube page, and you can click the Double Post, listen to us live, and you can sit there in the show chat and chat with fans, chat with Grizzlies people, see what they're saying about this tonight. If you want to call into the program, 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. I'm John Roser. He's Bennett Doyle. She is Jessica Benson, getting plugged in right now. 124-122, the Atlanta Hawks knock off the Memphis Grizzlies. And if we want, we will start right here with this final possession, because I think that's kind of where we are with this game, despite there are plenty of things that happened within the game. But if you go to this final possession of the game, this is the ultimate debate. Some coaches get caught up in this. Do you call the timeout? Do you not call the timeout? Here you go on the final play. As you see, C.J. McCollum gets it off to Jalen Johnson, who I thought he got a pretty good look. I think Ced played pretty good defense. Ced is going to get so much stronger and be able to take that contact. Jalen Wills gets the rebound. Ja gets the ball at about 3.4 seconds. And this is the ultimate debate. Do you call the timeout? Do you let them play freely? Bennett Doyle.
I mean, I think I would call the timeout in the situation just because you have one of the better clutch performers in the league and you could draw something up for him. Obviously he's about to get past the 3-point line. He gets the double team, then kind of loses the handle for a second, and then you just got to put that shot up. I think you probably could have drawn up something better if you do call a timeout, but I can understand the philosophy because they don't have time to set their defense. Different coaches do different things in these situations. I don't know if there's necessarily like a right or wrong answer because, again, the defense doesn't have time to set anything up. So, right. But I think if it's me, I probably would in that situation just because you can draw something up for Ja in that spot, right?
Jessica.
Roser.
Do you or do you not call the timeout?
My
is the question.
Instant analysis was, why didn't they call a timeout? So that's just how you feel right in the moment. Just
I think that's just something natural to us because we're so used to.
Right. If you have a timeout in that situation, we're accustomed
to it in all sports.
To the majority of times.
We're accustomed to it in all sports.
Now, when Coach Isola was asked about it after the game and talked about specifically how the Grizzlies had scored, I think he said 5 of their last 6 scores on offense had been pushing the break and how they have generally been better in those transition opportunities, then it makes sense. And also not allowing them to set their defense. And you trust the players that you have. You trust that you've run those sets in practices and they're prepared for those opportunities. And, Ja gets the ball knocked a little bit, so he's off kilter, but he could have gotten a better shot if he didn't.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate the situation. I'm not going to sit here and be really mad.
Right. I'm the same way. I had a buddy text me who was very upset that they did not call a timeout. And I said, I was not that upset with it because I thought they got it to Ja with about 3 point. I mean, you see when it freezes, it's probably like 3.4, 3.3 seconds. Yeah. And he races up. And he's trying to go to the basket, obviously, because they're down 2. He's trying to go to the basket, and he takes that bump, and he just loses the ball a little bit. He still did not get off like a terrible shot. No. Like, he got off a pretty clean look at it. It just didn't go in. 901-445-0929. The host of the warm-up show who had on his idol tonight, Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins is not joining us now, but the host of the warm-up show is Lang Whitaker. 1 hour before every Grizzlies home game at Grind City Media on YouTube and Grind City Media on X. Lang Whitaker. What up, Lang? Oh, yeah, we don't have Lang right now.
Oh, I was going to say, I think my earpiece is out.
No, you're good. We'll get back to Lang in a second. I misread a text on my phone from our guy Wes Warwick back there. Okay, Wes, put Lang on the phone, please. Lang, what up, man?
Now, do you hear me?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. I hear your discussion about foul, not foul, but I mean, timeout, not timeout. But if you're going to call the timeout, you got to do it on the rebound. You can't call it once you get three
Right.
dribbles in, because then you're inbounding the ball in front of your bench. So, that's
And you've eaten like 2 seconds. And you've eaten like 2 seconds off the clock.
Right. Yeah. You got to that's got to be like a philosophy. And I get it. It's all hindsight in that case. To me, the bigger issue tonight was we made 12 3-pointers and they made 20. We both made 43 field goals. So that's an 8-point difference on those 3-point attempts. A lot of our 3-point defense seemed to be just kind of stand around the perimeter and watch and hope that they miss. It looked like a Luke Kennard revenge game for the first half of this game. But then some of like Kongwu was hitting threes. Christian Koloko drained a three. Some of their bigs were getting looks too. So to me, the 3-point defense was pretty bad. The other thing I wrote down in my notes was in the first quarter, I turned to you, John, and I was like, this looks like a Jaren 50-point night, because the Hawks don't have a real interior presence, especially with Porzingis out. Jaren had 12 points in the first quarter. You're like, he's on pace for 48. He had 5 points the rest of the game. Part of that was guess what? Foul trouble. But part of that was also the Hawks doubling him, getting physical with him. We shot a lot of free throws. We shot 27 free throws, made 24 of them. But my bigger issue looking at this game was, man, we looked like we had jet lag. And I hate making excuses, but the whole team just seemed kind of a step slow and just kind of out of it. After the first 3 minutes of the game, when we jumped out 12-1, and then immediately gave up a 20-7 run to Atlanta, we just didn't have it tonight. And hopefully, whatever it is shows up before the Pelicans get to town on Friday. Hey guys, go hit the grocery store tonight. All right, stock up. We all need.
It's already too late.
I think it's already too late.
My husband went this evening, and he said, "Oh, it's tough out here."
I had a buddy who went to Aldi on summer earlier. Said they're completely out of everything. I did see someone show a picture I saw on Twitter of Whole Foods, and the one on Poplar, and completely out of chicken.
That's where Chris was. No chicken,
okay,
no onions, no peppers, no bananas, no apples.
Yeah, you're totally cooked. You're totally cooked.
Yeah.
I'm glad I did this the last couple days.
I agree with everything that Lang just said.
So he brought up the 3-point shooting. 10 of 18 from 3 off the bench for the Hawks. Their bench was 10 of 18 from 3.
The 3-point shooting from, I think they made 11 threes in the first half.
They
and
did.
then at some point I looked in the second half, I said, oh, they only have 13 total threes. That means they've only made 2. And I was like midway through the third quarter. I said, maybe there's been a nice adjustment there. And then they kept hitting open threes.
McCollum hit the one in the corner right in front of our bench, too. And he turned around and was like, I own y'all.
We had a conversation a few weeks ago. What is worse, death by Grizz killer or death by former Grizz? And tonight we unlocked a secret third option, which is what about both?
What about both?
What about
both? The 3 from Christian Koloko.
3 from Christian Koloko.
Yeah,
At one point, Luke Kennard threw an alley-oop to Christian Koloko.
Come on.
Luke Kennard was, in the first half, 6 of 6 from the field, 4 of 4 from 3.
Luke Kennard.
Come on.
Luke Kennard, all of last year with our team was, Luke Kennard was this.
I've seen you do this I was going to say reincarnation.
And tonight,
that's not what I meant.
And tonight, the guy actually decides to shoot the damn ball. Unbelievable.
But I wanted to bring that all around
Luke?
to the turnovers. Because, yes, you can blame the 3-point shooting and the 3-point defense as it regards to the Grizzlies. Yeah. But the turnovers are consistently killing this team. John Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. both had 5 turnovers tonight. And the team had 18. And if you look at a game that was decided by 2 points, where ultimately one team made one more play, one team made one more basket than the other. The Grizzlies had 18 turnovers, and the Hawks had 17 turnovers. That's one more turnover, but still, the Hawks had 25 points off of those 18 turnovers, and the Grizzlies had 17 off of the Hawks' 17 turnovers.
You're right. This has been a thing for this team now going on 2 years in a row, and it hasn't mattered whether it's Taylor Jenkins who's been the coach or Tuamasi Salo who's been a coach. Jessica, you're so right. Points off turnovers, and it's not just it is they give up a crap load of points off turnovers too.
You had the said turnover. You had the said turns over McCollum. Then McCollum gets it right back. Then they hit a 3 on the other end. Yeah, and it's just like, oh man, it's always a dagger off the turnover. You're right.
The Grizzlies 18 total turnovers tonight, 25 points off of them for Atlanta. The Hawks had 17 total turnovers. So it's just one less than you did, except you got 17 off. You got 17 points off the 17. So it's like, it's like when the Grizzlies turn it over, man, like the other team is scoring on the other end. They get you 24-15 in the fast break points. You mentioned the Jaren and the 5 turnovers apiece. There's like towards the end of the third quarter, Jaren, kind of a turnover, kind of not. The Grizzlies had the rebound, and Jaren committed a loose ball foul. And then Atlanta got the ball off that, and CJ hit a layup. Then Ja had back-to-back turnovers. McCollum hit a 3 on one of them, and the second one, who's the guy, number 18 for them?
Muhammad Guy.
That he missed both free throws. Everybody got free Chick-fil-A in the building, so that was good. But they almost had 2 more points off of that. So you could have had 3 turnovers, basically pretty much 3 turnovers almost at the end of the quarter that could have cost you 7 points instead. It ended up costing you 5. But no, Jessica, you 100% right. Like the turnovers they've just been a massive thing. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. Oh, we got line. We got people on the line. Hunter, you're up. What's up, Hunter?
Hey, guys. All in all, though, Ja played well tonight. I think he played pretty well. I mean, I hate that he missed the shot. I could care less about the timeout. Don't get me wrong. Maybe, like y'all have all said, hindsight 2020, maybe we should have. But I was there whenever Dez hit the 3 against the Rockets and Taylor called the timeout. So, I mean, look, if Ja hits the 3, we win. But Ja played well tonight, and it felt like Isolo maybe anticipated the jet lag a bit because starters did not play that many minutes tonight. I don't think only one starter played more than 30 minutes. So, I mean, I'm glad that Ja looked happy tonight and he played well, and I want to just kind of get back to happy Ja and having the rotation maybe could have been a bit shorter, but without Santi, it made it a little bit tougher. But anyway, that's all I
got. Thanks, Hunter. I thought Ja played I think he had the one. I mean, look, we do say the 5 turnovers. Like when the ball's in your hand as much as it is, it's in his hands. Like you're gonna go look at who leads the league in turnovers in the NBA. It's always the best players.
His defensive plays tonight were
the
awesome.
blocks.
That dunk was nice.
The 3 blocks.
The 3 blocks and the steal where he has the finish within the last minute and a half of that
assists.
Game too.
All 3 blocks were awesome.
Yeah, all 3 blocks were awesome. The only time that I was like, oh, come on, Ja, was the frustration foul when he didn't get the call on one and he came down and he fouled Vic Krejci on the 3-pointer, which you could tell was a total frustration foul. There's no time. Other than that, Ja was freaking great tonight.
I loved the energy and it's Muhammad Gay, not Muhammad Guy. But I loved the fight. No, I won't call it a fight, but the skirmish with Muhammad Gay and just Ja laughing afterwards. I refuse to turn all of this into a constant the joy police for Ja Morant. But I will call it energy moments.
Yes.
And they talked about it in London. Like when Ja plays that way, his energy is infectious. And I thought in that moment, it again charged the team. You saw the bench getting into it. You saw the players around him. He's laughing on his way back to it. And ultimately, they both get hit with a tech. So it's a double tech. And you live with those moments. I liked the passion. And I saw the passion in a lot of Ja's plays tonight, and that was fun to have back at FedEx Forum.
No, because if they didn't have him doing that, who knows what this game could have turned into? Because we were texting about it. There's certain times where you noticed Atlanta's athleticism on the perimeter is greater than that of the Grizzlies when Ja was not on the court and Cedric Coward was not on the court. So they needed every bit of it tonight. 901-445-0929. Miss Betty.
Hello, guys. How y'all doing?
Saw you on the Jumbotron tonight, Miss Betty.
Yeah.
It brought me joy.
Yeah.
I had fun. On February, I will have 16 years in, so I'm very proud of that. But going back to the game, I think the analysis that you have given thus far is good. My first inclination was, why didn't they call the timeout? but you only had about 3.5 seconds, and I don't know if it would have mattered or not. Now, personally, I would have done something really crazy prior when Jared was at the free throw line. I would have told everybody, we're going to hit the board, and then I want you to grab the ball and put it back up to tie it up. That's what I would have done. I would have got the first free throw, and then the second one I would have missed it deliberately and had everybody going for the rebound and put back. But that's me. That's what I would have done on that play. But all in all, John looked great. He looked great in London. I enjoyed the game. I had two of my girlfriends with me. We had a ball. And even though we lost, they played well. And so we can be happy about that. So my girlfriend wanted to just say hello. Hello, Grizzlies Nation. Okay, and that's it. That's it for me.
All right, thank you, Miss Betty. Please be safe getting home. We always enjoy your calls. Yeah, 901-445-0929. 901-445-0929. I would say Cedric Coward is, I think he just might get more and more impressive after like every game. Like this guy, I don't know if everyone realizes it. I'm sure they probably do. We know how the jump shot looks, whether the jump shot goes in or not. Like we know the form, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's just something when as he matures in this league and plays more and gets more reps, like that's going to be a thing. 7 to 50, but it's those plays right there.
The body
control, the contact, and even the ones he misses. The ones that he misses, the alley-oop is sick because he's like barely, like he did not get crazy high off the ground on that either. He's just got such a crazy long wingspan. But there's some of those, even like the ones he misses, like the body control ones where he bumps, the ones it's like, you know, all that's going to happen is like he's going to come back stronger next year. Like he's just going to keep getting stronger, and eventually, like, there's not really going to be anything you can do about that. Like, you're just going to foul him. You're going to have to foul him, or he's going to make something like that. Charles, you are up.
Hello, guys.
Hello, Charles.
Hello.
I was at the game tonight and enjoyed having Ja back on the court. I agree with all of the analysis of the game. I do feel, however, that some kind of way, when the game gets a little tight, like it was tonight, seems like we play in a little of a panic mode, and I think that's what causes the mistakes that we see with the turnovers and things like that. I do feel like, not being a homer, I do feel like that they don't call the game. I don't know why. They don't call the game consistently. And so those inconsistencies frustrate our team. I think that Cedric Coward was clearly fouled when he made that alley-oop, and he didn't get the call.
Yeah.
And so he yelled out, and I think that somehow or another they repay, the officials repay us by not making the calls for us. I do want to ask a question about the team. It just seems like we all are waiting to see what this team really looks like. And so do you all have a possible timeline as to when we'll see Scotty and Ty Jerome and Edie?
Okay, Charles, thank you for the call. We will answer those. Ty Jerome, Coach Iso said in his pregame press conference that, and we saw it from the videos over in Berlin and London, that he has been doing on-court work.
Practicing.
Yeah, like he's practicing with the team.
I know people are itching. I am too.
Because we are in week 9,
yes.
right? We're in week,
yes.
and it was a 6 to 9 week return to play. It wasn't a 6 to 9 week reevaluation.
No.
It was a 6 to 9 week return to play, and we are in week 9 of the 6 to 9 week return to play with Ty Jerome. With Scottie Pippen Jr., I would imagine All-Star is what I kind of thought.
Wasn't he in that? He was in the 4 to 6, right?
which was
The 4-6 brigade with
Yes.
Brandon Clark, Scottie Pippen Jr.,
And
Yeah.
Edie.
and then Edie was sandwiched in the middle at 6, and Brandon and Scottie were 4-6.
So
right?
how long would that be? How long
think
are we
that's right,
looking at
JB.
there?
Don't make me do math.
Well, I mean,
I think at the time,
how long ago did this
like
come out?
mid-February. I think it was right around
So
All-Star
All-Star.
break.
So
yeah.
All-Star. Yeah.
I
That's
think
what I
Edie's
thought.
late February, early March would be the 6 week. So on the front end is All-Star break. On the back end
But is
late
Edie?
February,
Edie's a
March.
reevaluation, isn't
Yes.
it? Edie's another. So Scotty's a return to play.
Let me
Yep.
double
Scotty
check.
is expected to return to play in 4 to 6 weeks.
So it'll be around All-Star, probably after All-Star for Scotty. Brandon is around the same time.
Exact same.
Brandon's the exact same.
And Edie is reevaluation in approximately 6
Yeah,
weeks.
so Edie will be reevaluation
What's
at the end of
crazy?
February. Yeah.
Oh, wait, never mind. I thought that we only got that injury update. Oh, yeah, we only got that injury update 1 week ago.
Yeah. And Ty Jerome wasn't
feels
even
like
on
it's
it.
been-
Oh
so.
man, that feels
3
like it's been
weeks.
forever. Oh
yeah,
my
we
gosh.
got that on January 14th, and it is January 21st.
We've had a lot
We've
go
lived
on.
40 lives.
So I would say for sure we're going to see Scottie Pippen Jr. and Ty Jerome this year, Charles. Zach Edey, we do not know because that 6 weeks is a reevaluation, and you have no idea when it comes to a big man and their foot. But let's hope we can get all of these guys back on the court. I tweeted about this the other night. I was like, look, John Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Zach Edey, and Ty Jerome, who are expected to be coming into this season the 4 cornerstones of this team. Like, the older veteran, you got the veterans with John, Jaren, and Ty, and then you got Edey, the young center who you knew in Tuamas's system, based on what we saw at the end of last year, you knew he was going to play a big role, no pun intended, like that he was going to play a massive role in this team. Those guys have played exactly all together 0 minutes this season. And we all agree that they're all good players, and we saw what they were with Zach Edey. So we imagine, if we had all of them, this team could be really, really good.
I will find myself recklessly speculating about what this team could be as I watch
This team could be
them
top 4 in the
compete.
West if they have all those
Yeah.
guys. They could be top 4 in the West. If they could have those guys for 70% of their games.
They could at least be out of the play
Yeah.
and firmly.
Yes, firmly in the top 6 in the West. If they had all of those guys, I didn't even say for all of them, just 70% of the games. That'd be like 29 of the games if they had all those guys. Yeah. James, you're up.
What up, Bennett? What up, JB? And shout out to Big White. Always appreciate what you guys do.
What up, James?
Also, just want to make it quick and short, just like one guy did the previous couple of weeks ago. 1, we should have won that game. 2, we shouldn't have lost that game. You guys have a good, safe night.
All right, thanks, James.
You know what? Bold?
Bold?
And I like it. I'll take
Agreed.
it.
Simple and to the point. I can always appreciate that. 901-445-0929. Raj, you're up.
Hey, so I pulled out thesaurus.com to describe how I feel right now. I am befuddled, baffled, bewildered, dumbfounded, stumped, and stupefied. And then thesaurus.com kind of cuts off there because we had 2 timeouts with 7 seconds left, and we were only down 2. But apparently it's a great time to not call a timeout then. So...
Yeah, so Raj, you're on the board of call the timeout.
I don't know if this will change Raj's mind. Go ahead, Raj. You can finish. John Morant has given his take on.
We're going to hear this in the next segment.
Okay.
We're going to hear this.
They kept John and Jaren out for 20 seconds, I think at like the 7-minute mark. They're, I
Okay,
don't know what it,
so
they called a timeout,
Raj,
then
hang
they
on,
put him in.
Raj, I have this for you. I marked this down. They came out of a timeout at 6 minutes and 41 seconds left with Vince, Gigi, KCP, Cam, and Jock. And then there was a dead ball at 6 minutes and 17 seconds. So whatever 41 minus 17 seconds is, what is that, 24 seconds later? John Jaren checked back into the game. So, yeah.
And I'm like, maybe there's like a lucky number with 24. Something's auspicious about 6 minutes and 17 seconds. If they go in then, their X factor kicks in or something. I don't know. I was like, why 24? Why do we need 24 seconds of them not in our lives? I'm like, I like it when they're on the court, even when they make mistakes. I'd rather Ja make a mistake than me being frustrated watching Jock Landale try to be prime Chris Kaman. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Appreciate the call, man.
Thanks for the call, Raj. Johnny, you're up.
Hi, guys. I just have one quick question that's off the subject of the game. Will Memphis ever get a WNBA team?
Jessica? I don't know why. I mean, I'm going to ask the woman in here.
Yeah, wait, what? Wait a minute. That felt pointed. I don't know. My gut would tell me no, but I would never say never.
Yeah, right. Never say never.
I saw the Toronto Tempo.
Like the Justin Bieber song.
Today. Yeah, never say never.
Yeah, never say never.
Has one.
Well, we know Nashville tried to get a WNBA team.
tried.
So you would think, like, if someone in the States getting it, it'd probably be Nashville.
That would be my guess.
Yeah.
They tried. Like Macy Gray.
It'd be awesome, though.
Appreciate
the call, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for the call. If anybody
Jessica, women.
Yeah, I know. I was like, that sounds like, yeah. 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. Let's take a break. And when we get back, we'll hear from John Morant. He spoke after the game in the locker room. Some questions he didn't want to answer, and he says he's not talking about them anymore. And there's some questions that he did want to answer, and he did answer those. And we will play his answers to them when we get back after these words.
Hey Grizz fans, get up and get out with Grivet Outdoors, your Memphis outdoor and run specialty shop. From Viore and Patagonia to On, Hoka, New Balance, and Brooks, we've got the gear to keep you moving on and off the court.
This is John Vergas from Charlie Vergas Rendezvous, here to let you know how much we appreciate partnering with the Memphis Grizzlies each season as the official barbecue of the team. Join us in celebrating their 25th anniversary here in Memphis. When you're in the FedEx Forum, grab some barbecue nachos before taking your seat, or come down to the Rendezvous and join us in the basement to reminisce and make some new memories over a rack of ribs. And remember, we also ship overnight across the nation to enjoy while you're watching an away game. Visit hogsfly.com and go Grizzlies.
A Memphis Zoo membership pays for itself in just a few visits, but the real perk is the freedom to come and go whenever you want. Golden hour walks, spontaneous afternoons, and unforgettable nights at the zoo. Join or renew today and receive 2 free Lantern Festival tickets. Catch the glow before it ends in February. Membership offer ends January 31st at memphiszoo.org. Again, offer ends January 31st at memphiszoo.org.
At Big River Steel, we're not just making steel, we're shaping a smarter, cleaner future. Our innovative mini mill technology produces high-performance steel with the lowest possible environmental impact. Every ton we make is produced to help our customers tackle tomorrow's challenges without compromising today's standards. The future of steel isn't coming, it's already here. Find it at www.bigriversteel.com. That's www.bigriversteel.com.
Do you have an EMT, advanced EMT, or paramedic license? The Memphis Fire Department wants you. Visit joinmemphisfire.com to apply or to speak to a recruiter today. We'll give you all the details on exciting career options with the Memphis Fire Department. Benefits include up to 8 weeks of vacation and only 10 weeks of Fire Academy training with current EMT or paramedic license. Apply today at joinmemphisfire.com.
Don't let pests invade your home this season. Give them the full court press by calling Cook's Pest Control. The experts at Cook's deliver a full lineup of pest control, from termites to mosquitoes, all year long. Trust the South's most trusted name in pest control for over 90 years to protect your home court. Make the winning play and call Cook's today.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cook's Pest Control.
Gossett Hyundai on the Pike has relocated right down the street to 1956 Covington Pike, while our new dealership gets a facelift. So come by and get relocation renovation specials. Gossett Hyundai on the Pike's got 2025 Hyundai Sonata, $293.67 a month. How about 2026 Hyundai Tucson SE? We Gossett $323.95 a month. And 2025 Hyundai Santa Fe SE, we Gossett $348.83 $1.3 a month or $1.99 for 60 months available. Plus America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty. So hurry to Gossett Hyundai 1956 Covington Pike or shop online anytime at HyundaiGossett.com.
If you want it, we Gossett and Gossett Motor Cars.
Slander SEO 14178, MSRP 32715, Eclipse SEO 39973, MSRP 317, PHEV SC 00816, MSRP 426,115, includes all rebates and incentives, PF 895, 595 acquisition fee, excludes tax title license with approved credit. See dealer for complete details. Offer valid through end of the month. Dealer stock only.
Has your hat been working overtime? Hair regrowth treatments through Hims can help. With doctor-trusted prescription ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil, you can see thicker hair in just 3 to 6 months, starting at $26 a month. Get started today at hims.com. Welcome back, everybody, to the Double Post. Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, 92.9 FM, ESPN on your radio dial. Join the show chat at Grind City Media on X if you want to call. We'll take some calls at 901-445-0929, 901-445-0929. It is the Double Post. I'm John Roser. She's Jessica Benson. He is Bennett Doran. The Grizzlies lost tonight 124-122. The Grizzlies now 18-24. The Hawks are now 21-25. We do have some locker room audio. The question we opened the show with, and some of the callers have chimed in on, Jessica, Bennett, myself, we all chimed in on it. Nothing like a crazy hot take or anything. Could have gone either way with it. But do you call the timeout at the end of the game? Do you not call the timeout at the end of the game? Ja Morant tonight spoke in the locker room after the game and on that very topic.
I don't think that last play is the reason we lost the game. So, I mean, it is what it is. I had a lot of turnovers that, put us in that position. It's a lot of other things we could have changed. If you want to talk about that possession, I could have let Jalen, drive it up. We could have called timeout. I could have passed the ball. I could have found a better shot, but we on the other side of it, so it's over. So
more than the things from the game that made you guys lose?
My turnovers.
What was communicated to you by the organization about why they're pursuing trades?
I'm sorry, y'all, that wasn't able to come to London, but I'm done with those questions. So.
Okay. So, as we said, some questions he's not really going to answer, and or he's done answering those questions. But on the top, I think it's good to see. Look, taking. I don't know, it was accountability, responsibility, saying, I had 5 turnovers. I could have corrected that. Mm-hmm. Or the end of the game, basically, we could have called timeout, but we didn't call a timeout. And I could have gotten a better look. Or I could have let Jalen drive it up, and then maybe he could have brought defense to him, or they would have been so focused on me that he could have gotten a layup off of it. Basically, there's a million different things that could have happened. There's a ton of other things within the basketball game that could have gone differently. That led to this loss, and it's not just the one play. I
had trouble hearing. It was a little quiet in my ear. Did he say the part where he talked about how he feels for Coach?
No, he did not.
In that?
No,
okay,
no.
So another quote that came out that I saw Drew Hill tweeted. He said, "I feel for Coach. We were hoping they would shoot a little ahead of the late shot clock, and me in the open floor. That's kind of where I excel. That's just tough." I said all the
so it's what that goes with Coach's answer post game, saying we've been so good in the open. Yes, that does mean synergy.
Where the expectation was and what they knew. It's not like it was I don't know.
Because there has been stuff everybody has talked about all season that is there beef between Ja and the head coach, especially after the Lakers game. And basically what he said in Berlin or London, like the coach and I are cool. And that would lead you also to believe that, because Josh saying we thought they were going to shoot it earlier. We can get out in transition. That's where I've been really good. And Tuomas said that in his post-game press conference, that we have been excelling much better in transition. I was hoping we could get a better look there. So that's what Ja Morant had to say after the game tonight. Gigi Jackson, I do want to bring up Gigi. Now, I know he was a -11 in the plus-minus, but Gigi Jackson tonight did have an awesome dunk that sent out notifications by ESPN. ESPN sent out notifications about Gigi. I know this because my fiance got a notification about Gigi Jackson's dunk. That's how, or Gigi Jackson's play where he fell down on the baseline and then he spun around and then dunked it in. But I do feel like Gigi has finally kind of carved out himself a role on this team that has been good to see. Just been your impressions of what you've seen these last couple of weeks from Gigi.
I mean, yeah, he's been good. I mean, they've needed him because they don't have any size. That's the other thing is like he's just getting an opportunity because they don't have any bigs. I mean, they have two like real bigs right now in Jaren and Jock Landale. You know, especially with Santi out tonight.
They started John Conchar.
Right, and that was kind of weird, but at the same time, I get it because he's a guard that rebounds well, and I think that was the thought process there. And you don't,
I think the Hawks go small. I mean, they don't have Kristaps, they don't have Reese Shea.
Yeah, and so I think like too because Jaren got in foul trouble like late in the game tonight. It wasn't a problem early, but I think that's one of the reasons for, especially with Santi out, not starting Jock and Jaren together, because if one of them gets in foul trouble, you're in big trouble in any of these games going forward.
No, you are.
Yeah.
Did you see Jock kind of grabbed his ankle?
Yeah.
You know when he fell down at the end of the game? Like, and I was like, dude, we're not
Jock grabbed his ankle, and Jock grabbed his arm after one of those chase down blocks.
His left one? Was it his left one?
Yeah,
it was his left one. Yeah, he seems fine.
I think that was the first chase down block, and then he had two other blocks. All right, all is good. We are appropriately on edge when it comes to Grizzlies injuries. But with Gigi Jackson, I just love watching him play.
Yeah.
And you're seeing kind of him be able to have the personality that we've known him to dip into. He is still the youngest player on this team. And sure, did he have a bonehead play where he had that silly foul on the Dyson Daniels transition?
Yeah, he did. That's right. He did have that.
Learning opportunities, but I will not give up on Gigi Jackson. And that dunk was awesome.
No, I feel like
falling, spinning. That was just one of those plays.
That was
and
amazing.
He's getting downhill really well. He looks confident. He looks very confident right now.
You know it's an amazing when ESPN sends out a notification. That's how you know how good it is. No, he does. He looks way more confident. He's playing within himself, and he is playing a role. And that has always been the thing. Like a couple of years ago when Gigi kind of busted on the scene, him and Vince Williams both, they got to like do whatever they wanted to do because the team was – everybody was hurt that year. That's the year Ja went down with the shoulder. Ja had the suspension and then the shoulder injury. Marcus Smart messed up his finger in Dallas, and he was done for the year. And then like a week later, Desmond Bane went down for the year after Dez had already missed time in the first half of the season with I think it was an ankle injury or a knee injury. I think it was that toe. It was that toe injury that Dez had. And it was just like, so Gigi got to do whatever he wanted to do, and that has kind of been the thing. Is Gigi going to be able to fall in line here and fit within the actual structure of a team, and you're not just allowed to do the step back three whenever you want to do it. And a lot of people that question, look, I questioned if he was ever going to be able to do it, and I was just like, look, this guy has always been used to being the best player on the court every time he plays basketball at every level of basketball, and he's been able to do whatever he wants. And I don't know if he's ever going to adjust to not being able to. Well, I think he's starting to adjust. That's for sure. And in 20 minutes and 45 seconds, look, even though the minus 11, he's 4-6 from the field. He gets you 9 points. He gets you 2 blocks. He really is. He's carving out a role for himself on this team so much that so even when some guys come back, I don't think there's any way you just go, oh, that guy hops in the rotation over Gigi. I think Gigi's starting to earn those rotation minutes. Positive thing to see going forward. Yeah. Last takeaways, Jessica, before we let you out of here from this game.
Do it again on Friday.
Let's do it again on Friday with the Pelicans. And stay away, Snow.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to, but
at least my timeline took a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
My timeline was real dominated on one subject, and now I'm a weather expert.
Yeah, the weather experts are out. Shout out to Brent Rooker, Major League Baseball All-Star Memphis.
You see the Weather Channel responded back to him?
Yes, they did.
It was good.
Just weather experts. People arguing about weather. It's crazy on Twitter.
Get your groceries.
Get your groceries.
Get your plan in
Look,
place.
there's some places that have groceries. There's a million grocery stores in this city.
Sure.
There's some, if you may have to go a little farther to find some groceries, you can get some groceries. Go find some groceries, people. You're going to need them. All right, Jess, we'll let you get out of here.
Thank you.
We will take another break, and when we come back, we'll talk about this game coming up against the New Orleans Pelicans, and then the other game on the homestand here against the Denver Nuggets on Sunday. John Roser, Jessica Benson, Bennett Doyle. It's a double post, and we'll be back after this.
Keep your home comfy year-round with Landmark Heating and Air's membership program. For one low price, you get 2 annual tune-ups to keep your system running smoothly, priority service when you need it most, and exclusive discounts on repairs and more. Say goodbye to unexpected breakdowns and hello to peace of mind. Call Landmark Heating and Air today at 365-4260 or visit landmarkheatingandair.com to join. Your comfort's our priority. Landmark Heating and Air, the comfort company you've trusted for 55 years.
Your internet shouldn't drop out during the game or buffer during replays. That's why Ting Fiber Internet is here in Memphis. Fast breaks need internet that's 2 gig fast. No contracts, no hidden fees. Ting is internet without a fourth quarter heartbreak. So if you do yell at the TV, it won't be your internet's fault. Get started at ting.com/Memphis. That's ting.com/Memphis.
It's flu season. Protect yourself and loved ones with a seasonal flu shot from the Shot Nurse. And for groups of 10 or more, the Shot Nurse can come to you. With 2 locations to serve you, it's fast, convenient, and it's free with most insurances. Visit shotnurse.com or call 901-685-9999. I get my vaccines from the Shot Nurse.
Solutions you need with the personal touch. The Shot Nurse.
You need a champion in your corner, especially when it comes to your financial goals. At Leaders Credit Union, we believe everyone deserves a champion, a trusted partner to help you move forward. From great rates on everyday banking to personalized solutions that fit your lifestyle, Leaders is absolutely happy to help. Visit leaderscu.com to join today and discover your financial champion for life. Federally insured by NCUA.
Brought to you by Leaders Credit Union, your financial champion for life.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but catching them from the hardwood is a whole different experience because nothing compares to catching your Memphis Grizzlies in person. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can experience all the sights, sounds, and styles in person. From seeing your favorite Memphis Grizzlies stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Even if you're headed to the game last minute, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com/Grizzlies. See you courtside, Memphis.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Cheer on the Grizzlies with a slice of pizza in hand. Head to section 109 and grab a slice from Rockin' Dough to satisfy that game day craving. Handmade and loaded with the freshest ingredients. This pizza is a slam dunk every time. Add on a locally crafted beer, and you've got a combo that hits the spot. Then catch us off the court at our Germantown, Cordova, and Orleans Station locations.
3 iconic forces, 1 unforgettable experience. New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The Black Promoters Collective presents New Edition Way Tour, starring New Edition, Boys to Men, and Tony Braxton. The New Edition Way Tour, March 19th at FedEx Forum. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster. Presented by the Black Promoters Collective.
Welcome back to the Double Post. John Roser, Bennett Doyle, Grind City Media on YouTube, Grind City Media on X, 92.9 FM, ESPN on your radio dial. The Hawks beat the Grizzlies tonight, 124-122. Bennett, let's take a look at the standings real quick here. in the NBA.
I'm going to say we're still sitting comfortably at 11.
We are still sitting comfortably at 11. The Clippers also have lost one, but the Clippers, they're one ahead of us in the win column.
So you would have gone back to 10 if you would have won tonight.
Yeah, we both have 24 losses, but the Clippers have 19 wins to our 18. So yes, but because we are we 2-0 or 3-0 against the Clippers this year?
I think we're
have we been?
No, we're 2-0. We're 2-0.
We beat them twice on the road. Have we played them here? Did we play the Clippers here yet?
Yes, I think so. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we have. I don't have the schedule in front of me.
Here, let me find this. 1-0, 2-0, 3-0. We're 3-0 against the Clippers. Yeah, we have played them here. We played them here back on December 5th. We beat them by 9.
Because the last one was the one that got hurt, right? Yes.
Monday, December 15th. Yeah, he got hurt. We blew him out. It was in the last 2 minutes of the game when it happened. Friday, December 5th is the time we played him here. 107-98. Cedric Coward had 23 points and 14 rebounds in that game. Looking ahead to the Grizzlies' next opponent, it is the New Orleans Pelicans. They have also been a team mentioned in trade rumors, but they're dead last in the Western Conference. They're 10-36. They have lost 3 straight. They made a coaching change already this year.
It is kind of wild to think about that it's Grizz Pelicans, Ja and Zion both probably going to play, and neither team is in the playoff picture.
They have losing streaks of 9, 7, 9, and 6 this year. So, when they have losing streaks, they have losing streaks. These things, they don't go 2 to 3 games and lose. They lose at least 6 of them in a row when they go on these losing streaks. They've lost recently at Indiana and at Houston, and then they just lost tonight at home to Detroit, 112-104. And their game here in Memphis starts a stretch where they play 7 of 8 on the road, and 3 straight on the road. They go starting Friday. They're at the Grizzlies, then at San Antonio, and at Oklahoma City. And then their only home game in this stretch is next Friday, January 30th, against the Grizzlies. That game's scheduled to be on ESPN right now. And then they're at Philly, at Charlotte, at Milwaukee, and at Minnesota. And they get that kind of before the All-Star break. So, look, you're playing a Pelicans team. Let's see what they did tonight. As I said, they lost to the Pistons 112-104. But you got a Pelicans team. Zion only took 5 shots tonight. He played 15 minutes. Did he get hurt?
He had 4 points. I was just thinking the same thing.
Did he get hurt tonight? Did Zion get hurt tonight? Zion Williamson. I'm doing a... illness.
So he got sick during the game.
Yeah, and he didn't come back. He played 3 minutes in the second half and then did not. Yeah, an illness. He was originally questionable, but he played, and then he was ruled out in the second half of the game. He played 3 minutes in the second half and then was ruled out. So, but yeah, they got the rookie Jeremiah Fears. Derek Queen has also been.
He went off when we saw them here earlier this season.
Yeah, Queen, 5 points tonight, 4 rebounds, 8 assists. Jeremiah Fears had 12 points and 5 rebounds. So they got some young guys worth watching. But Zion's been in trade talks, and so has Yves Missy, their second-year guy. So we'll see. Got the Pelicans on a Friday night. Anything else you want to add before we get out of here?
No, I mean, the only thing that I would say, we talked about it a little bit. It was good to see Ja engaged just from the get-go. I mean, he was talking to the coaches, talking to his teammates the entire game. He was obviously, you saw the passion tonight. It was just good to see. It was good to see the energy tonight.
And I like his response afterwards. He's like, "I'm sorry y'all were not in London, but I'm done answering those questions," because the only way you're going to be done answering those questions like you do. You just have to move on from them. You have to say, we cannot do. That's a good way to shut them down. I'm not answering these. Seriously, we've got 3 straight home games, and we've got, 6 of our next 8 at home?
That's right.
You can't just keep answering those questions over and over again. You've got to just put a stop to them. And I think Ja did a good job of that after the game. Just say, hey, I'm not answering those questions anymore. But yeah, no, it was good. He was engaged. And look, this team had other ways they could have won this game tonight. So get back to the drawing board and come out Friday night against the Pelicans.
Yep.
That'll do it for us. Eric Hassler was EP on the call with them tonight.
Yes, sir.
Eric Hasseltine and Elliot Perry, our studio engineer who answered your phone calls and put you on the air, was West Warwick. The Grizzlies Vice President of Broadcast and Production is John Pugliese. Our Director of Broadcasting is Scott Zachary. 92.9 FM ESPN is your flagship home of the Memphis Grizzlies. Their parent company is Odyssey. The brand manager is Brad Carson. The general manager is Nicole Hartman. Who is our is it Kyra tonight?
Yes.
Thank you to our technical director, Kyra Black, doing all the camera work, putting all the highlights up, getting the shot of Miss Betty there on the Jumbotron. Thank you, Kyra. Our next broadcast will be Friday night when the Grizzlies host the Pelicans. Tip-off scheduled for 7 o'clock. Jessica Benson takes the radio airwaves at 6:30. Lang Whitaker takes to the GCM Twitter, the GCM YouTube at 6 o'clock with the warm-up show. The next double post also will follow the Grizzlies and the Pelicans on Friday night, January 23rd, about 30 minutes or so after the conclusion of the game. For Jessica Benson and Bennett Doyle, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Good night, everybody. Peace.